What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Josh and Brandy Helm here, and we're excited today because this is the Eustace Barndominium. So a lot of interesting things going on here on this build. It's kind of taken us back to another project, which gives a little bit of inspiration to this one, which is why we do this, you know, because a lot of our clients are pulling inspiration, and that's what this is all about. So we'll see if you guys in the comments can recognize what this one most appeals to in some of our past projects.
So this one has 1,950 square feet of living, about 650 square foot of porch on both sides, on the front and the back. 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, and an office. But we don't have a shop on this one. That's in the future plans, I bet.
Yes, so a little bit of unique history about this property is when we got here, there wasn't a structure, but at one point in time there was. There was a tornado that came through town. It was a little bit of a tragic story actually for the community when this tornado came through town, but it's kind of been fun revitalizing in that sense and being a part of this to rebuild in this spot. So there is another slab that actually has not been built back, but this house was redesigned based on an existing slab that was already here. There's a couple things that you got to do uniquely in that sense when that happens, but on the exterior we have brown on the roof and gutters and trim, and then we also have a tan color on our siding, as well as this wainscoting that we're using on the stone. Looks really nice.
Yeah, and one cool thing the customer was bringing out to us was that you basically have the sun rise on one side of the house on the porch, and then you can watch the sunset on the other side. So it's kind of positioned perfectly.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. So another key feature here is we've got these live edge cedars, which we're using for porch posts, which for those of you that's been following along on some of our updates on Instagram, TikTok, and sometimes YouTube, we shared some of those details as we were going about. So we're excited to get on the inside. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let's get it going. All right, and here we are in this beautiful open area that we have for this great room combination, open concept, kitchen, all inclusive here over this whole entire space. So we got space for dining, we got space for living room, and plenty of space in the kitchen as well. However you want to set this one up, it's multifunctional. Sure.
So in this space you have all the main parts of your house, and it's kind of a split design. So we've got a couple of bedrooms on one side of the house, and then the master's on the other side.
Yeah, more of a ranch style design. A lot of the barndominiums, let's be honest, they really do lend or tend to lend to that style of a ranch style, because you're usually trying to create some length there, and you're chopping that and having your living on one side, shop or something like that. But like we said, right now, it's just about living for this particular structure. There will have a detached shop or something like that later.
And something else that's cool is just like the outside kind of mimics one of our previous builds, a lot of the inside was inspired by that other build as well.
That's right. We've got a lot of those warmer tones going on throughout, and all of the stain trim and doors. We've got barn doors. We've got some unique things happening here in this open area.
There's also a beautiful fireplace, the nice mantle. That's it's kind of a raw. I don't think we really put any kind of stain on that. It's just a raw piece.
It was a special piece that our client found, just kind of like the live cedar. These are products that he brought, and we made this work and put it in a spot.
I really love when the clients bring special pieces that they want to incorporate into their homes, because it changes it. It kind of gives your build kind of its own story, and it gives it some personality, and so it reflects the customer. I love all the new pieces, but it's kind of neat to incorporate some different things like that.
Yeah, to bring some nostalgia sometimes is pretty special. Here, there is a lot of window space front and back, allowing the light, because like you said earlier, we have the morning sun and the sunrise. It's all about the sunrise here. Our client has pretty much said it's all about that morning porch time. So
coffee time on the front porch.
That's right. East Texas is just beautiful place, and this has a very nice spot where you can really visualize a lot of the scenery and all that stuff, and a lot of cattle out here, and look in the open plain there. So getting into some of the details, let's talk about the kitchen a little bit and the layout here, which it's simple. but it also has some special features here as well.
Yeah, so all of the cabinets are stained the same as all the trim. It's a special walnut stain. And then all the cabinets and counter doors all have the soft close, so you can't slam anything.
That's right. Nobody's getting angry and slamming cabinets here because these cabinets have been upgraded with soft close option as well. It's not a standard option, but
That's an extra.
sometimes our clients do request that. Also here we have the farm sink.
The sink's kind of cool because it's a farm sink, but it's kind of like a hammered texture to it. So it's not just a stainless steel look. It's got
That's right. I hammered that sink myself.
every dent was put by you.
Just go
Right?
through it, make the pattern. This one is a little bit different because it's not the copper hammered
Right.
we've seen before. This is like a nickel colored. Another thing about this particular setup in their kitchen is they have all Whirlpool appliances. This is pretty standard setup, but these are really nice. They got the range oven and the built-in microwave as well that goes here. We don't have like that stapled, necessarily vent-a-hood piece.
But it is vented through there.
Right. But I kind of like the simplicity too of keeping it. Of course we do have 9-foot cabinets in here, which, it helps add a little more height and dimension, and having the cabinets as well on this particular build above the refrigerator helps to have that continuation in the kitchen, which is always nice as well. Also here we have the island in the kitchen, which is a fairly nice size island. There is a lot of drawer space too on the island, but one thing that we've done here is we do have featured a stone finish on the front, which is complementing all of the stonework that we did on the exterior as well as the fireplace here on this one. It just seems like you need to gather around the fireplace. So
For sure.
having this build right here bring in the stone to the house because you get a little bit of a different feel. Also here we've been able to facilitate some additional shelving off the living room. So some of the things that are unique about these clients is they're a bit of professionals. So they do have some cool
Trophies.
Yeah, a lot of things like that.
Yeah.
And it's been really neat to be able to customize this a little bit toward their leaning. Now they didn't do a whole lot of customizations, but kept it simple. But another thing that we did, like back here on this back gable wall, there is some cedar rack, which is going to allow for some of his trophy saddles and hers. From what I understand, this is going to be a great place for them to kind of showcase some of those awards, because you need a place to put that kind of stuff.
Right.
Like, where are you going to put it if you don't have a good vaulted area like this to do it? And so this is going to be nice for them to be able to do this. Also, off of this area, because everything kind of stems from this main area, you had already alluded that we have our guest rooms on that side of the house. On this side of the house, we have a laundry area.
Right. And that laundry room actually takes you to the back porch as well. It's got its own entrance exit. You can kind of make
That's
that
right.
your mud room too.
And we have nice countertop space here with a lot of cabinet space. This is not a huge laundry area, but it does have adequate spacing for everything that needs to happen here. Another room that we have here before we go to the master bedroom is we have an office area, which is pretty nice.
It's like a 9x9 small room, but it's perfect for an office space. And it
Yeah.
has a closet, so you could count it as a bedroom, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
So Brandy just goes around and she has all of the dimensions memorized in her head.
People are like, they can't tell how big things are on,
That's right.
in a video.
It's really good. It's really
Drew
good.
has to show them the plan so they can see how big things are.
That's right. And so the closet space, I think that our clients didn't want to do conventional shelving and all that kind of stuff in this particular room because they're going to be doing some other special configurations. Let's take a look at the master suite. And in here we have a pretty good sized master bedroom, continuing our same feel that we got throughout. This might be a good opportunity to talk about our flooring because we really kind of missed some of that, but
Well, we have the same flooring throughout, so it's in all the rooms, the living room, bedrooms, all that. But it's a luxury vinyl plank from Floor & Decor.
and I like the rusticness of it. Actually, this is kind of one of more of my favorite. I feel like it just complements and works well with all of our stain colors that we're using throughout. What are some other things we can tell them about the size of this room? You know,
It's a 16 by 17, so it's a great size.
another thing that we should mention is we have barn doors here as well. Now, we didn't talk about that in the big open area either, but we've got barn doors, like 3 barn doors.
Yeah,
This,
in a row. Yeah, there's one on the laundry room, there's one on the office, and then one on the master bathroom as well.
a good thing about this is the client did kind of upgrade the options here as well. They have a soft close feature, which is really nice. It does cost a little bit more money, but you know, at the end of the day, it's a barn door. There's always some expense associated there because you have the barn doors anyhow. Now, moving into the master bathroom, we have pretty nice little setup here too.
Yeah, we've got a double vanity. Of course, the countertops are a brown Persa. They match throughout. They're the same ones that are in the kitchen and then the bathrooms as well.
I like the mirrors here. This is
Yeah,
kinda,
they're rustic. They kind of have like that hammered, metal on them, and so those are really neat.
and another thing that stands out in this bathroom is the master tub.
Yes, it's a black tub on the outside, and then it's white on the inside. And they did all black faucets in this bathroom, and this one's got 2 huge windows behind.
That's right. Very open in here. Client did request to not have that obscured. So, and then the shower is right here on a caddy corner. And then all of the beautiful tile displayed here, which is sort of unique in its own right.
Yeah, because those tiles are huge, aren't they? They're pretty big, and they have a wood feel to them, so it's pretty cool.
Yes, and also it's a really nice soap box where we have a little more pattern involved on the soap box, as well as the glass that we have here for the shower, which is a frameless glass, which we usually try to include that in on our
On the master,
on the
at
master.
least, yeah.
We also have a private toilet area here, and then it leads into the master closet. So everything is in that nucleus. It's all in that spacing. In our master closet, we have a lot of cubby space and shelving space here, and we have the double hanging storage for some of those winter months as well. Also on this side of the house, we have the guest quarters, I guess you would call it, or your extra alternate bedrooms.
Second and third bedrooms.
Right. And there is a little hallway space that divides these two bedrooms, and we have the joined bathroom area that kind of is in this hallway space. This is sort of our typical setup here for a guest bathroom. What do you call this? How many bedrooms here on this?
It's 3 and an office, 3 bedrooms and
3
an office.
bedrooms, an
2
office,
bathrooms.
and 2 bathrooms. Again, some of the key features here, obviously having the vaulted open space, all of the stone incorporated throughout. This is a pretty cool build, and I love the warmer tones about it, and it has a lot going for it. So the last bit of information here on this build is obviously a lot of porch space.
Right.
And this is what it's all about. And you've got a lot of square footage here as well. And, we of course have the covered soffits, and we have all gutters and downspouts here. And then just a lot of porch space, which most of this was already here on the original layout for the concrete. We just built the space over top of it. But a lot of porches, which is nice, as well as a little bit of a drive set up. And this property actually has additional structures on the property. So there is accessibility already, leading in. It has a really nice entrance as well. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. This is another one of our finished tour videos. And if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, hope you'll do that eventually.
Tell your friends.
What are you waiting on? We've got a lot more builds coming. We're trying to pace them out. So, we're not.
And we're trying to rein them in.
That's right. So we're not clustered as much, but we're looking forward to showing you guys quite a few more upcoming projects. And thanks for following along. Don't forget to comment below, ring the bell, go to our website, buy some merch. We're looking forward to continuing the journey with you guys. I'm Josh Helm.
And I'm Brandy Helm.
We're wishing you all the best. Thanks for watching Texas Vet.